Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, August 18, 2023. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says government is taking steps to construct a bypass for the town of Lucy in Hanover. The possibility also exists for Hopewell. Other developments will include an alignment of the roadway leading into Lucy. This is to ease traffic congestion and address the issues that have come with the area being at sea level.
In my next budget presentation next year, you will hear more about some of these plans.
A downpour of rain a week ago caused flooding and brought traffic to a standstill. The Prime Minister was in the town and experienced the situation firsthand.
That was particularly due to a particular river where the bamboo trees that are torn down when the river is in spate has blocked the bridge, and so it's overflowed its bank. What that tells me is there is great need for infrastructure improvement in this parish.
Mr. Holness is imploring residents to exercise patience as the work will take some time to get off the ground. More water system upgrades are to come on stream for Western Jamaica. Minister with responsibility for water, Matthew Samuda, gave that commitment as he led an extensive tour of water supply systems in northwest and central St. James yesterday. The team reviewed issues from Rose Heights up to Flower Hill and Torado Heights, as well as 2 major tanks that were installed and the automation of the Flower Hill water system.
We looked at a program of work that we will undertake in Rose Heights, which admittedly will be done over 2 budget cycles, but will involve significant upgrade of storage at 3 sites. So we did see where there's inadequate amount of storage. He's going to require close to 1 million gallons of storage at the appropriate elevations, and that will be broken into about 3 spaces.
The minister says some amount of line replacement needs to be done and several pump houses will require upgrades to improve supply for residents.
We will have to, as a government, work very closely to identify the funds and put in significant investment to ensure that these parts of the puzzle all work seamlessly together so that the citizens from Trelawney all the way around to Savlamar are able to experience potable water in the pipes 24 hours a day.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security is undertaking an exercise to improve service delivery within the Programme of Advancement through Health and Education, PATH. This is being driven by an ongoing internal evaluation process established by a high-level task force to drive the innovation and transformation effort. Portfolio Minister Pernell Charles Jr. made the announcement during this week's post-cabinet press briefing. He says the ministry will be implementing a formal system to provide customer feedback. This will include an online exit survey and the installation of drop boxes at all customer access points. Customers will also be able to share their feedback through text and emails.
We will expand and enhance its provisions to first and foremost enable access to quality education up to and beyond secondary level, to provide interventions to increase human capital accumulation among beneficiary families, enabling them to seek and retain employment or pursue economic opportunities, and to gradually transition those families who have experienced significant improvement and are no longer in need of PATH.
He adds that the task force will take the required steps to reform, restructure, and reorganize procedures in the ministry to ensure that it can help every qualified family in need of intervention.
The goal is that if we have a generation being supported by PATH, you'll be so sufficiently supported that your children should be in a better position, having access to quality education and therefore a pathway to economic independence.
Minister Charles Jr. says all major stakeholder groups will be involved in directing the process and contributing best practices. Transport stakeholders are being implored to take up the government's national road safety and energy efficiency goals. Minister of Transport Darrell Vaz gave that charge in his address at the official opening of Regency Petroleum Limited, RPL's Paradise Service Station in Westmoreland on Wednesday. He welcomed RPL's multi-energy service station, saying it supports government's mandate for cleaner energy solutions.
RPL is representing the shift in their provision of automotive diesel, ultra-low sulfur diesel, 90-octane fuel and 87-octane fuel. What is more, is their incorporation of an EV charging station at this location to provide service for those with electric vehicles.
RPL will provide 24-hour service to its customers with a self-serve option after hours. Minister Vaz is encouraging the company to develop road safety training practices in its corporate endeavors.
Keeping drivers safe, secure, and in good health on the road is not only vital to your business, but also one of our greatest concerns too. Your staff and contractors drive thousands of kilometers each year to deliver products to customers or to keep operations running. So getting road safety right must be a priority.
And finally, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security is investigating allegations of victimization against Jamaican farm workers in Canada who recently returned to the island. According to a newspaper article this week, 6 Jamaican farm workers in Ontario, Canada, claim to have been sent back to Jamaica with little warning after they protested subpar living and working conditions in June of this year. In a statement this morning, the Ministry of Labour responded to the allegations, asserting that it has not been able to substantiate the allegations as publicized in the media and has received no formal complaint from the workers. But due to the serious nature of the allegations, the workers were invited to a meeting at the Labour and Social Security Ministry today to voice their grouse while the matter continues to be investigated. In the meantime, the ministry indicates that early cessation of employment under the Farm Work Program is a common occurrence based on circumstances affecting crop production. Preliminary investigations thus far have revealed that the farm in issue faced a notable fallout in production yield from the early cycle crops, asparagus and strawberry. Based on changes in climatic conditions, the spring frost also impacted crop production, causing a decline in projected yields. Reportedly, several farm workers who were a party to the incident early in July are still on the job in Canada. But insisting that all complaints from farm workers are taken seriously, the Labour Ministry assures that it will investigate this matter thoroughly and communicate its findings. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.